You're an American who's now in charge of a football club despite possessing very little knowledge of the game.
I know that AFC Richmond is going to give you everything they got, win or lose.
Or tie.
Right, y'all do ties here. Did you see that? He must be from England, yeah? Wales. Is that another country?
Yes and no.
How many countries are in this country?
4.
You got no fear of the underdog.
For me, success is not about the wins and losses. It's about helping these young fellas be the best versions of themselves on and off the field. I always figured that tea was just going to taste like hot brown water. And you know what? I was right. Yeah, it's horrible. No, thank you.
Welcome to England.
Hey, Jeff, good wallpaper, man. I haven't seen
thanks, Bill.
that picture. It's solid.
Thanks. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, it's fun to look. This is the new normal, doing something like this from your house. But I've decided I'm never leaving this room now. You know, I don't have to go to. This is, by the way, even though everybody's complaining, understandably, I like this scenario rather than being at a hotel and just motoring through everything.
I hear you. I can walk around, do some stuff around the house till they call my name, and then
It's perfect, right? Change it forever. I'm taking your time. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're awesome, man.
I'll make sure I stay on at the end.
Well, I binge watched all episodes of Ted Lasso. Absolutely love
That's
it.
awesome.
And
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and the thing I realized that the first couple episodes I'm like, but it's character driven. You have to get into the whole show. By the time the series is over, I mean, I had my faith. They all had changed. They all had gone through this incredible arc to where they were all friends and family. I mean, it's just, and I was really surprised at some of the emotions that came out, especially from Ted Lasso, from Jason Sudeikis' character. I mean, I was tearing up at times.
Oh man, I appreciate it. And look, it's the something we try to do, and you never know if it's going to work. I guarantee that you had your favorite sports movies, in the past. And when Jason and I got together, we're like, here's what we're going to do, man. We're going to make something that seems like a very, very familiar sports movie intentionally in the first 3 or 4 episodes. I'll tell you right now, one of my friends I showed it to was like, oh, you're doing Major League. I'm like, we are, but we aren't. You know what I mean? And then what we were going for, hopefully, is to sneak up on people and have them go, uh-oh, this show's actually about something.
Well, Ted Lasso, he changes everyone for the better, I noticed. Everyone he touches is for the better, even though he reminds me of a fast talking, wisecracking guy, but underneath, he's actually teaching people. It's just incredible.
Well, look, what we were looking to do, you're being really kind. I really appreciate it. And I got to give kudos to Jason because he was really specific about this. If you're a sports fan or have a background in sports, Jason and I both grew up playing basketball. And he wanted Ted to be that type of coach or teacher, doesn't white knight anybody, that, essentially shows people what he thinks is the right direction, but they have to go that way themselves. It's their choice. And all the best teachers in your life, if you think back and remember them, they didn't tell you what to do. They just kind of showed you a path that you might want to take. And I found that to be so interesting and true in my own life, that I was kind of a screw up, and I have one English teacher that's like, hey, you're not bad at writing jokes. You should think about doing that. And so, that combined with the fact of what you're talking about of trying to make an emotional show with different levels, but that also at a funky time in the world is inherently optimistic and hopeful. Do you know what I mean? Those are the words that Jason came to me and said. And I'm like, oh man, what a cool challenge. If we could have people thinking that they're going to turn on those commercials and see a bumbling, stereotypical dumb American doing the same jokes, and then we surprise them, with some emotional stuff and some depth, it'd be an awesome experience,
Especially between Coach Beard and Lasso. I mean, the friendship between those two, it's like they both have the same thought going at the same time. I mean, I'd love the chemistry between them.
What's interesting is that's Brendan Hunt. He helped come up with this character originally, and he and Jason, it's a cheat that I often do in TV shows. Brendan and Jason have been friends for years, and they play that friendship and that dynamic on camera very well. I always, when I occasionally teach myself at the Writers Guild or to other aspiring showrunners, I say one of the greatest things that you can either hope it happens or create by putting people that know each. One of the reasons Scrubs succeeded is because Zach Braff and Donald Faison are best friends in real life. You know what I mean? And continue to be so. So it's really cool that you said that.
And Zach Braff directing an episode, I noticed too. So
I snuck it in, man. By the way, I know 20 people, and I work with the same people over and over. It's how my game works, man.
Bill, congratulations on the series. I absolutely loved it, especially in this time of quarantine. Just raised me up, and hope you get a season 2 because I can't wait.
Hey, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Have a good day, man. And I'm not great at accepting compliments, but the stuff you said meant a lot. I really appreciate it.